The Mustang, it's pretty much a sacred product for Ford. In continuous production for 60 years. Front-engined, rear-wheel drive, performance two-door sports car. So what did people think when Ford came out with a completely all-electric crossover SUV, also called the Mustang? Well, even me, who is an automotive enthusiast, I read all the car magazines. I'm always interested in the automotive news, and I'm always interested in EVs. As an EV owner myself, I kind of thought, what were they thinking? Myself, but in actual execution, the Mach-E is a fantastic product. Okay, it's not a two-door sports car. It doesn't have a V8 engine that makes wonderful sounds. It doesn't have a manual transmission, but in execution, it's really nice looking. Crossover SUVs are kind of hard to make look good. They're kind of like, eggs, jelly bean shapes on wheels, where this Mustang Mach-E, it is very nice looking. For crossover SUV standards. I mean, even for vehicle standards in general, it has beautiful creases and curves. It has design influences borrowed from Mustangs from the past decades. I think it's actually one of the nicer looking, or one of the nicest looking crossover SUVs on the road. They really did a great job of it. It's designed really to go head to head with the Model Y, which is the best selling vehicle in the world. Not only best selling EV, best selling vehicle in the world. That just goes to show you, EVs have truly become mainstream for an EV to be the best selling vehicle in the world for 2023 and 2024, maybe even 2025. I like the way I love Teslas. I have a Tesla myself, but the Model Y is kind of understated. It's kind of has a minimalist wedge appearance. The Mach-E, I think, definitely looks better than the Model Y. When you compare features and technology and all that stuff, I mean, you can start splitting hairs on which one's better. These horns beeping and stuff like that. I can't get any videos done. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this 2023 Mustang Mach-E all-wheel drive premium long-range battery. Let's dive in. So when we look around the Mach-E, we'll notice that there aren't any Ford badges at all. It has Mustang badges. It's almost like, maybe Mustang is getting spun off into maybe it's like its own brand. Who knows what Ford has in store, but it's a very nice product, very well received by the automotive press. When it first came out, it got lots of wonderful accolades, even beating out Tesla products in EV comparison tests with the automotive press. Since we don't have an engine in front, we have this frunk, which is a big cargo area. Cargo space is very nice in these things. We'll also notice here, if we look here, there's a drain hole. So actually, if you wanted to put ice in here, you could use it as a cooler. There's even places to put soda cans or beer cans. Depending on what you want to do. Obviously, hopefully if you're drinking beer and not driving, that's a whole different story. Or you could use it like as a cooler for if you're going fishing, you can put your day's catch in there. All sorts of useful stuff. The Mach-E is available in either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. This is all-wheel drive, so it has dual electric motors, a motor in the front, motor in the back, so it's like having two engines. Output is close to 350 horsepower. 0 to 60 is right around 5 seconds. You have amazing performance. And with EVs, you have instantaneous torque. Only one gear, no gear changes. You just have instant performance, instant throttle response as soon as you hit that accelerator pedal. Nice contrasting colors, the lacquer black finish with the white exterior looks really nice. The vertical tail lamps is definitely borrowed from the Mustangs of the past, like in the 1960s. Nice power rear liftgate, cargo space, and of course you can fold down the rear seats for more cargo space. So obviously, Mustang is a very well-recognized name, so it makes sense for Ford to use the Mustang name in creating an EV. But why a crossover SUV? Why not like an electric Mustang sports car? Well, coupes and sedans don't really sell that well these days anymore. In fact, the Mustang is the only car that Ford makes. Ford doesn't make any other cars besides the Mustang. They make crossover SUVs, large SUVs, and pickup trucks. These aren't going to pay the bill. They're not going to sell hundreds of thousands of Mustangs a year. But obviously it's important to Ford's product and heritage, and there is enough buyers still buying these things every year to keep them in production. Thank goodness, because I love Mustangs. Crossover SUVs are the best-selling vehicles in the United States and pretty much the world right now. Hence the Model Y becoming the best-selling vehicle in the world. Nice clean sheet design, and Ford has really done some cool things. This is a vehicle that doesn't really have door handles. Right here, you just have a button to open the door, and you have this little grab handle. On the rear doors, you have another button, and you're just gonna have to grab the side. Don't close it like that on your fingers. And it keeps a nice, streamlined appearance on the outside. It is a compact, but space in the back is really nice. Thanks for the clean sheet design of an EV. There's no gas tanks, no exhaust systems, no drive shafts. It just allows More interior space. Got lots of headroom. The premium model has a big glass roof panel to allow lots of natural ambient light inside. Very nice upscale interior. This is built to a higher level than most other Ford products. This is not designed to compete with like Toyota RAV4s and Honda CR-Vs. It's at its price point, the fit and features, performance, all that stuff. This is actually more comparable to like a BMW or a Lexus or Mercedes. The features, the performance, the refinement are definitely at a higher level versus other compact crossovers that Ford has, like the Escape or the Bronco Sport, which are great vehicles, but this is definitely a step higher as far as features, refinement, and stuff goes. The attention to detail is top notch, just as good as anything from Europe, in my opinion. With this nice big vertical screen, obviously this is an idea borrowed from Tesla. We have fantastic parking cameras. Tesla did add this analog scroll wheel, which is nice. You can use it for the volume. You can use it for adjusting the fan speed and other features, which is nice. A nice little analog touch with some nice clicky feedback. You have a drive mode selector, which will change the behavior of the vehicle. You have whisper, which is kind of like the quiet mode. You have engage. Then you have unbridled, which appropriate for something called the Mustang. That is the performance mode. You can set up with one pedal driving. So basically, yes, you can drive it with one pedal. When you remove your foot off the accelerator, you'll have regenerative braking, which will slow the vehicle down with the electric motor, putting energy back in the battery, saving on brake life. That's nice. Some people don't like it, but we're just so conditioned to drive gas cars that's what we're familiar with. We just have to recalibrate our brains, and believe me, it won't take long. It's nice just driving with one pedal. Like, you can go down to a complete stop without ever having to touch the brake. For emergency braking situations, you can hit the brake, but with the one pedal driving, all you need to do is just modulate the accelerator. You don't have to be going back and forth like that. I know that's what some people are used to, but sometimes you just got to change your brain a little bit and just try it out. After a week or so, you'll probably get used to it and you'll probably like it better than the old way. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel, great infotainment system. We have navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This example only has 24,000 miles on it. Nice leather up steering wheel. So for range, you're going to have about a 290 mile range, excellent performance, and you can DC fast charge it. But the nice thing with a 290 mile range is that when you have charging set up in your house, that's like your electric toothbrush. When you're done with your electric toothbrush, you put it on the charger. Next time you use your electric toothbrush, it's fully charged. You come home at night, you plug your car in, you wake up the next morning, it's fully charged. You have a full tank of electricity. So most people don't drive more than 100 miles a day. Most people don't drive more than 50. So with a 290 mile range, you being able to charge in your house, it'll be very rare that you'll ever have to do some DC fast charging. And talking about maintenance, this is a very low maintenance vehicle. There are only dozens of moving parts, not thousands like an internal combustion engine. So you don't have to worry about like oil changes. So this will save you money on maintenance. The maintenance cars are going to be more comparable to a simple gas car like a Honda Civic versus an expensive, BMW or Mercedes. Basically it's just, changing filters, rotating tires, replacing tires, wiper blades, but there's not going to be any huge 90, 60K services. With regenerative braking, the brakes last a long time, so you might never need to actually ever replace the brakes in this thing. And lucky for us, here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a lot of our energy from hydroelectric, so we have some of the lowest utility rates. And ironically, some of the most expensive gas prices with all the gas taxes we have. Regular is like at $4 a gallon. And that's the amazing thing about the efficiency of an EV. Even though this can go 290 miles when fully charged, the battery only holds as much energy as the equivalent of like 2 or 3 gallons of gas. But because EVs are so much more efficient, EVs use the energy that they have so much more efficiently than a gas-powered vehicle, they're able to go that far on 2 or 3 gallons of gas. So even if you get your energy from dirty electricity, from coal power plants, it's going to use it much more efficiently. So, it's not true that, EVs create more pollution than gas cars because the energy you charge the EV with might be dirty energy. That's not true because the energy will be used much more efficiently no matter where you get it from in an EV versus putting gas in a gas tank. I can go on and on. My name is Joe. We are Scarff Ford. We've been in business 103 years, proudly serving the greater Seattle Tacoma area. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of premium vehicles, and of course a lot of pre-owned EVs. We like EVs here, and we always have a great selection. Ford EVs and other brands, Tesla, Polestar, Rivian. We even have a Lucid right now. To check our current EV inventory, I'll leave a link in our description of this video. You can click on that and you can see the current inventory we have of EVs. Obviously, you could be watching this video 5 years in the future, and this one might not be here anymore. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.